Parveen Travels is one of the most sought-after transport options in South India with a fleet of 1,300 vehicles. What started in 1967 as a meter taxi service has then transformed itself into a Travels in 1980 and is today an organization called AB Business Enterprises that excels in transport options, intercity bus service, packing, ground support in aviation, and has made a recent foray into the hospitality industry. I'm here with Mr. Mohammad Afzal, Chairman and Managing Director of AB Business Enterprises, and I'm here with him to see if he's going to share some of the success secrets. So sir, you will have to divulge some of the secret recipes that you have.
In case I don't feel there is any secrecy in this, it is only the hard work, dedication and being focused to the industry. Today if you see, since 67, as you said, my dad's days, we had started off this in a very small way with 1 or 2 meter taxis, and then we went into the lorry division. And as I got graduated in the year 1980-83 at Loyola, while I joined my college, I got the sort of intuition of getting into a travel division, transforming from a transport into a travel division. That is when we started off as Parveen Travels in the year 1980 with the one ambassador tourist taxi.
Is there a significance to the name Parveen as such?
Nothing is very much significant, but of course my dad felt being the first daughter for him, and she was lucky for him. So he opted for that name and we just went on with that.
A growth rate of 43% in a short span of say 5 years. How did you make this possible?
Once again, if you see, it is the focus on the industry. We have always been proactive and in understanding the demands and needs of the industry. And while we were operating, I used to even travel along with the buses and understand the customer's need and keep graduating on that. Trying to improvise on the service level. And in a similar way, if you see in the year around almost about a decade, since a lot of industries had started coming in and we had started interacting with many of these MNCs and corporates, we understood there is going to be a huge demand for the staff transportation. So that is how we shifted from our regular point-to-point operations to a separate field of staff transportation, where we are almost having about 1,000 vehicles only for the staff transportation. Along with our own vehicles, we have also attached a lot of vehicles. So this is just because we are focused into the industry, we are able to realize and be aware as what is going to happen in the future. Proactively we start planning accordingly.
But how did your foray into tourism also come about, since you won the National Tourism Award for 6 consecutive years now? I'm sure there must be a lot of challenges. So what are the efforts that the company puts in for this? Because you'll have to maintain the same position, the quality.
It is a teamwork. We have 4 brothers, all are directors in this company, and each one takes care of one particular division, and he is trying to specialize on such areas, so that with all the efforts and things going in, we feel that whatever we have come out with a product, it should be what you call a state of art to the people. And with a lot of foreign groups coming in, we have been handling many VVIP moments. When Queen Elizabeth in 1983, I suppose, when 86, I don't remember, when she had come into India, and we were opted for providing their transport. So all these really gave us an encouragement, always to be proactive, bring in the best of the products. The high-tech buses, we were the first ones to bring in the year 1993. Earlier days, you would have seen the conventional type of buses flying in. So we brought in the high-tech buses. Not much of AC buses were available. Those days, getting even the air conditioning unit was a bit difficult. Every time you need to import from across the globe, and this is how we used to keep planning upfront and see what is the customer's need. And
market for luxury brand? Because since you say that the organization also excels in providing elite charter services.
There has been a huge market for luxury brand, but it was curtailed to only very limited number of groups. And for instance, if you see a few of the tourism companies, the big banner companies, they actually used to take the entire service from us. From the time the group lands, we receive them with the bouquets, bring them to the hotel, put them in the hotel, take them for the complete entire tour. We provide a guide, and our drivers are so well trained. They also support them to taking in to all the sightseeing spots. So we thought, why not we ourselves convert this into a tourism company? Because from the back end, if you see, somebody else with the banner is doing this business, whereas the entire back end support it is we who do it.
So are these tours all over South India, or?
It is entire in the world. We are doing both domestic as well as international.
But then the intercity bus service is
intercity is pertaining only to the South India. We are covering almost around, if you see, more than 125 to 150 destinations whole of South India. This covers 5 states like Andhra, Karnataka, Kerala, Pondicherry and Tamil Nadu.
Okay. But what about intercity bus service? So do you have plans to head up north as well?
Yeah, we have plans to head up north as not as an intercity operator, but as a tourism people. We have come out with the product Parveen Holidays, where this month alone we have handled almost about 1,000 packs for the entire domestic as well as international packages.
How did your idea of providing automobile services also come about?
Like we started off the buses, we came into the staff transportation based on the requirement. Similarly, we came into the automobile, where we wanted all our vehicles to be taken care of in-house. Today we have a very big workshop, almost around 13 acres of plot, where the entire maintenance of the vehicle, from the bodybuilding to the entire technical support, everything is taken care in-house. We have our own training institute where the drivers are also trained.
How did the transition from the transport service to the hospitality industry happen?
Recently, I think it's about 4 years now.
And why?
Since we felt, like when we were operating these intercity operations all over, we feel that late night the passengers are not given a good hygiene food. So we wanted to come on a concept where every 150 or 200 kilometers, we have a small takeaway sort of an outlet with the concept of giving them fast food as well as hot on the spot. This was the idea behind it. With this, we came out with a brand called Pit Stop. Being in the transport industry, we thought, okay, Pit Stop, fuel your body. This was the logo we had created for, and it's quite doing very well. And we have 2 on the IT corridor itself, and the response is very good.
I mean, your activities seem to be really wide-arrayed, because as part of the corporate social responsibility, you were associated with the Banyan. Yeah. So are there any other activities involved in this sector? There is one
more organization, an NGO organization backed by few medical college students, EECM. They take our van. We've been providing them since more than 2 years now. Every day they take a van, go to the remote suburban villages and to the government schools, educate the children on they treat the children there, and also about the hygiene and all those things. They just educate them and come.
On an average, how many passengers get to travel in Parveen Travels?
On an average, if you see, it is with the staffs and the passengers all put together, almost around 35,000 plus passengers travel in a day. And we cover almost around probably around 2.75 lakh kilometers. And in case even the insurance companies have come forward and really appreciated us, because the accident level is the most lowest in our company. It is hardly less than 0.002%. The amount of the volume of operations and mileage covered all put together, if you see, it is very much meager.
I think I'm going to be one of those passengers, and I can't wait to hit the road and find out why Parveen Travels is one of the most sought after options.